what I'm teaching you today is how to create. One of my readers reached out to me and she asked, how do I create these mini? Let me know if you guys can hear me fine and see me fine. I just switched over to my screen. She asked, how do I create these little mini sales pages that are at the top of every one of my blog posts? And I kind of liked how she put it because it is like a tiny little mini sales page, but it's for my freebie. It's to help increase my email list and my signups. So technically, I treat all my freebies like a product because I add testimonials to it. I add little calls to action. The same kind of things that I do on my sales pages for my courses and ebooks, I do for my freebies. Because it takes time for a person to actually subscribe and then go to their inbox and go through the actions that you just told them to do. So they are dedicating some of their time, but not their money yet. So anyway, so I treat it the same way. I will show you in just a minute how I create this. Super simple. Last week we went through and I created that image. So the lay flat image with the deck of papers on top of it and the little call outs, that was in last week's live lesson. Okay, cool. That was last week's live lesson. Now we're gonna go through, add that image and actually create this little banner. And what's easy is once you edit it somewhere in your blog, it can be updated all across your blog. So you don't have to go to every single page and update it. Say, for example, you want to change your freebie or change a testimonial or something. All right, so the program that I use and the theme that I use is Divi. It's Divi from Elegant Themes. I've used them for a long time. They work super well. Every day I get a new little push notification from Divi saying that they have a new feature. So they're really ramping up what they're doing. I mean, they've always been amazing, but now they're just like, every day I get a new notification, like what they're installing. You can make pages private. You can, what did they do today? Gosh, there was something else on YouTube. It just pops up every day. Anyway, so Jessica, my reader, this is what her blog looks like right now. And I advised her this sign up that she has here on the right-hand side, never miss a post, subscribe to stay up to date with wholesome blessings, join me, not very enticing. I mean, it looks good, it's clean, but first of all, on mobile, they're not going to see your sidebar. So they're only going to see this on desktop. And then people kind of have that sidebar blindness. So they're not going to see the sidebar and actually sign up. They're just going to look at the pictures and click through if they relate to it and they want to learn more. So I advised Jessica, or Brittany, sorry, I have Jessica on my mind. I advised Brittany to come and watch my live and let me show you how to create this. All right, so you do have to actually install the Divi theme. So my affiliate link, if you do want to switch over to Divi, if you're ready for it, don't have to do this on day one. If you're ready for it, my affiliate link is above. And then I also have a little mini course on how I use Divi, kind of everything that I've created on my blog. Additionally, I will add this video that I'm doing today to the course. So what I'm learning or teaching you guys today will be added to the course. All right, so if you do want to have the little mini course on how I use Divi, you can enroll in that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go and create a new blog post. So I'm just going to do it on a blog post so that you guys can see. So add new. Yeah, Jennifer says she's using the free theme that I recommend in Blog My Number. That's great to start out with. What I recommend is start with a free theme and kind of get the consistency with blogging down. Like, prove to yourself that you're going to be writing at least once a week or once a month. So you stay consistent with it before you throw all this money into your blog. Like, I know I'm a mom, I have kids, I'd rather buy them toys and buy my own stuff for myself. So start with a free theme. I was on a free theme for a while and then I switched over to Divi because I was ready for it. When you're ready, switch over. I'm not here to like push whatever down your throat or tell you to buy. Just if you're ready, you can buy it. All right, so I went in the back end of my blog and clicked on add new post. Then this is what normal WordPress looks like. So if you switch over and you have Divi, then you click on switch over to Divi, and then you have like the little Divi builder here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm not going to build it in the back. I could build it here in the back end of the blog post, but I'm going to actually build it on the front end so you guys can visually see how I'm creating this. I'm going to take that sidebar off and make it a full width page. I think that's all I need to do. Yeah, just make it full width. And then I'll switch over to Visual Builder. All right, so what we're going to do at the end, we're going to have something like this. All right. Okay, so now we have nothing, but we'll start. All right, first we're going to add a background color so that whatever I'm putting on it is going to pop out. And what's pretty cool in Divi is you can either add a solid background color or a gradient. So if you want to add a gradient, and you can put in your hex colors for your blog and for your brand in here. So you can see I have them here, the Starter Mom blog, red and yellow, or whatever gradient you want. So I'll just make it a little pink. There we go. All right, so we have a gradient background. Look how pretty that is. Now we're going to add some elements. First, we're going to add that image, then the call to action, and then at the bottom, the 2 testimonials. So click on adding 2 elements, click on image. This is that image we created last week with the little call outs. There you go. Okay, so there's my image. Voila. Then secondly, I'm going to add my text box. And this is where you can put in your content. So sign up and subscribe to get my free blog plan. So what we can do, it is showing up on the back end. So either way, you can either type in the module or you can type on the page. I'm going to put some things in the module and then I'll go back to the page and edit it. You can have 1 bullet point, 2nd bullet point, 3rd bullet point. So many people have signed up. Get it today and start your blog. Okay, something like that. So you can see here I have the text in the background. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make the text, instead of being black, I'm going to make it white. There you go. Okay. And then I can edit it either right on the page as well if I wanted to. So let me just get through and try to select them. There you go. I'll make that a H2 heading or H1. This can be a little larger too. And then you can change the font or so on. Okay, so what I want to do is go back into the little editor and make sure my H1 and H3 is also white. So you can add that right here. Make all my heading fonts white. There you go. Okay, so we can also select it all and center it. There you go. That's starting to look good. Now, you might be wondering, how do you get that little sign up box? So as you can see here on my home page, I have the little subscribe box right there. That is code, embed code that you get from Seva. Used to be called ConvertKit. This is going to be so hard. Okay, go into Seva or ConvertKit. Go to the form that you want to connect with that page. We're just going to click on a form here, go to the settings, and click on the embed. That's where you get the little HTML code to embed into your form. All right, so we'll go back into the editor here, and we'll switch over to the text side. Because if you paste it in the visual side, it's going to show up as code. If you paste it in the text side, It'll show up as code, which it should, and then it'll be on the front end. You won't see it yet because you actually have to like refresh your blog, and then you'll see the code because it's code. So just trust me, it's in there. So now we have our call, we have our sign up box that you'll see when we publish it. We have our image. How do we add those cute little testimonials and make them overlap? Isn't that kind of cool? And make them transparent. That's kind of fancy looking. So I do not mind sharing all my tricks and my tips because you guys are my mamas and I want to help you. All right, so we're going to click on testimonial. That's a module right within Divi in the module editor. You can customize it. You can add a new name. So Suzi Whitford. You can add company name, works at home with her kids and hubby, something like that. And then her testimonial, you can add an image for that person. Where is it? Here you go. I'm trying to go pretty darn quickly with this so that I don't hold you up too much, because I'll add this entire lesson into the Theme by Number course. So there's one module, which you can easily do, then duplicate it. There you go. We duplicate that module. We drag and drop and put it over there. Now we can change the background of this testimonial. We'll make it yellow. Drag it down, make it a little transparent. And then for spacing, this is where you start overlapping them a little bit. In your custom margins, you actually can change it right here. You just click on these little arrows up and down, and that moves that element to the right or left. Okay, so it's just we wanted to move that one up. Okay, so that one went up a little bit, and then we'll go into the settings of this testimonial. We'll make it also a different color. Make it green, make it a little bit more transparent. Maybe like red. No, make it blue. Ooh, that's pretty. Get stuck on colors forever. You can even make the text on it light. Maybe that'll pop better. There you go. And now for the spacing for this one, we want to bring it left. So because it's the visual builder, I just kind of click this as much as I need to until it lines up where I want it to be. Or you can just type in here 100 and that should make it overlap. But then you're like, okay, now it's too much overlap. So I just clicked the little bar. Okay. So there you go. That's it. Now let's go ahead and exit the visual builder, save and exit. Make sure you click that button. And let's see what it looks like when we publish it. Yay, my hubby's on. Hey, hubby. All right, cool. So look how beautiful that looks. That took me about, gosh, was it 15 minutes to create? I mean, the hardest part is creating the freebie and then the email sequence and all that. This is the visual side, and that I just absolutely love to create. And that's why I really like Divi, because it allows me to customize so many elements of my blog. Anyway, so give me some thumbs up or some hearts if you guys like this little tutorial, and if you think my ending sign up page looks really good. Oh, okay. So last thing, now if you want to add this to all your blog posts, you can go back and click on edit post. You can save this module as a global item. So you can then easily add it to any other blog post that you have. If you go, thank you for all the hearts. If you go into settings, click and save and add to library and say, this is my test live tutorial on Divi header or Divi, whatever, Divi mini sales page. Click and, oh, there, and here, save as a global item. So click that box. It's going to turn it green so you know this is a global item. What that means is you can add it to any other of your pages or blog posts. And if you change it anywhere on your blog, it's going to be changed across your blog everywhere. So that's fantastic, because sometimes you want to change something, but then you don't want to go to all your pages and blogs and update it. You can just update it once. So there you go. So now it's saved as a global item. And you can see on my post, I'll have like a green item as well. If you go here on my blog post, you'll see I have the same call out here at the top as I have on many of my blog posts, maybe at the bottom or the top, wherever I felt like putting it that day. I think it's at the bottom of this one. Nope, that's too many comments. Maybe if you scroll up a little bit. I think here I just put it, there you go, right in the middle of the blog post. All right, so you can see the exact same thing I have on the front page is I can put it wherever I want to in my blog post.